Good evening. Parents say they have been left incredibly distressed by a decision to remove toys left close to the graves of babies at Hazelhead Cemetery in Aberdeen. The City Council says the mementos are a health and safety risk. Following a petition from some affected families, officials are now offering to meet them before any action is taken. Rebecca Curran reports.
Aberdeen City Council say cuddly toys and personal mementos left on the grass near to the headstones here in the small babies section at Hazelhead Cemetery are a health and safety risk. They say they could get caught up in grass cutting equipment and cause serious injury. But families aren't happy. One woman has told me that she's incredibly distressed at the thought of having to remove the items. Another parent has started a petition that has more than 1,000 signatures asking that things remain the same here. Aberdeen City Council say they won't remove any items before first meeting with any concerned parents. They say they know it's upsetting, but they have to ensure that the cemetery is safe. It comes just months after the local authority was forced to apologise for the way families were treated when it emerged that babies were cremated with unrelated adults at Hazelhead Crematorium. Rebecca Curran, reporting Scotland, Hazelhead Cemetery.
Two charities which support victims of human trafficking are to receive more than £3 million from the Scottish Government. The announcement follows figures showing a rise in reports to police about suspected human trafficking. Katie Hunter reports.
No one knows the true scale of human trafficking in Scotland. The authorities claim they're closing in on the traffickers. Now the Scottish Government has announced £3 million to help victims.
This new funding will allow us to double the length of time that we provide them with support, assisting them during a really vulnerable period to get accommodation, food and other issues sorted out until they get their benefit arrangements in place.
The money will be divided between Migrant Help and the Trafficking Awareness Raising Alliance.
Human trafficking is an abhorrent crime.
There were more than 200 reports of suspected human trafficking to police last year. Victims of human trafficking can be bought and sold by crime gangs, forced to work against their will without proper pay. But catching the people behind human trafficking is complex.
Someone who is a victim of trafficking might see the opportunity to make their escape, go to a police station and get the help that they need. But it's difficult because it's not just a case of somebody's in trafficking, it's not just what's happening on the ground here. The gangs may well be operating back in the person's home country, and so any move towards the authorities here could affect their relatives back home. So it's a very, very kind of vicious world.
Charities say it's a world which can leave victims needing long-term support. Katie Hunter, reporting Scotland.
More than 50 firefighters have tackled a blaze at a car garage in Glasgow. It broke out on the ground floor of a derelict building on Scotland Street. A number of vehicles were alight and firefighters cooled down 2 gas cylinders at the scene as a precaution. No one is thought to have been injured. And meanwhile, the Fire Brigades Union says it's concerned that Aberdeen was covered by just 2 full-time fire engines for a period last week. The Scottish Fire and Rescue Service confirmed that 4 appliances weren't available at certain times last Thursday. The fire service insists, though, safety was not compromised. 2 of 4 wards at Raigmore Hospital in Inverness have reopened after being closed due to norovirus. NHS Highland says visiting to the closed wards is suspended until further notice, and they're asking that visiting to other areas within the hospital is restricted to 2 people per patient for the time being. Alcohol was a factor in more than 15,000 ambulance call-outs last year. A Freedom of Information request by the Scottish Conservatives found that this was an increase on 2016 figures, with Glasgow having the highest number. The Scottish Government says it's taken a number of actions to tackle alcohol misuse. Scotland will be the first country to march into the opening ceremony of the Commonwealth Games in Australia on Wednesday. The athlete Ailey Doyle will be leading the team and making history at the same time. Rona McLeod reports.
A stunning backdrop under Australian clear blue skies, and the saltire which will herald the arrival of Team Scotland. Ailey Doyle has received a never-seen-before honour for Scotland at an opening ceremony.
A little bit of history is being made here in the Gold Coast as Ailey Doyle becomes the first woman to carry the flag for Team Scotland at the Commonwealth Games.
Oh, I'm so over the moon. It's such an honour. Even to just be nominated, I was so delighted with that. But to actually get the vote and be the flag bearer is just incredible. I'm just really chuffed. When you're an up-and-coming athlete and you're wanting to kind of have success, you think about the championships, think about the medals and the times. You don't think about these extra honours that go with it. And this is one that, this will be a highlight of my career. You know, when I look back in however many years' time when I'm retired, this will be up there and such a huge honour.
Doyle's selection has been popular across all sports.
She's really friendly, she'll bring everyone together. Inspiration for the rest of us, you know that she's done it in Glasgow at the home games, and then coming all the way out to Gold Coast, it's going to be the same again.
The team values, the core values of Team Scotland, she encapsulates them, and I think she's just a good role model to lead out the team. It's a really strong team that we have this year, a really strong leader at the front of us, so I think she's the perfect person for the job.
Doyle has won silver in the 400-metre hurdles at the last 2 Commonwealth Games. Scotland's flag bearer has ambitions of a golden performance this time around. Rona McLeod, reporting Scotland, the Gold Coast.
And from the Gold Coast to the weather.
What an introduction, Jackie. Yes, nothing like that sunshine, I'm afraid. We had a wee bit of sunshine across the north today, but for many of us, it's been quite a wintry Easter Monday. This picture from one of our weather watchers in the Borders, and it's all down to this frontal system working its way very slowly northwards across the country and bringing some wet and wintry weather. And you can see on the radar image that wintry mix of rain, sleet and snow. So we do still have some yellow be aware warnings from the Met Office tonight and into tomorrow for central and southern Scotland. Snow mainly affecting the high ground, so 5 to 10 centimetres on ground above about 200 metres, but there will be a slushy covering at lower levels, and temperatures tonight will get down close to freezing, so there could well be some icy conditions on the roads. And across higher level roads, the snow will be that wee bit more powdery, so there could be some drifting in the strong northeasterly winds. So all in all, some pretty poor conditions if you're travelling this evening and tonight. Into tomorrow, still some snow around, but it becomes increasingly confined to the high ground across the north as we bring in slightly milder air to southern Scotland. And you can see further south across the UK the effects on temperatures of that very mild air well into the teens across England and Wales, 15 Celsius for northeast England and East Anglia. But you have the benefit there of a southerly breeze, but follow those wind arrows round and you can see we're still bringing in a brisk northeasterly. So as well as the snow, a really cold feel to things tomorrow. And as we head into Wednesday, that weather front that's bringing the wintry weather tonight starts to move back south and it peps up a wee bit. So again, we have a yellow be aware warning from the Met Office for snow for parts of central and northern Scotland during the day on Wednesday. Across central and southern parts later in the day, it will turn to rain, but still you can see by those temperatures a cold feel to things. Thursday's looking like a quieter day, mainly dry, bright, with some spells of sunshine. Just a scattering of wintry showers in the west, but it's still feeling cold. That's the forecast.
Thank you very much, Gillian. I'm back at 10:15, but from all of us for now, good evening.